thank you for this opportunity. Today we are here with Fabrizio Strocchi and Ettore Priale, who represent VEM Solutions. So let's get into specifics, talking about who VEM is and what they do.
So thank you, first of all, for this interview, for this meeting. VEM is a company that designs and produces electronics. It has been operating for many years. For 50 years in the IoT telematics sector, in defense, in the automotive sector, and in power management. It's a company that produces both its own products and products for its clients. So it has quite a bit of complexity, significant, because many of the activities we do come from internal design, and many others come from designs made by our clients who ask us to produce industrially. Next to me is Ettore Priale, who is our IT manager and obviously handles all the management complexity of the company.
If you want to add something, but I would say you did a complete and thorough presentation. The only thing I might feel like adding is that in light of a complete and thorough presentation, a company that has a fairly well-defined mission, as Fabrizio just mentioned, as he pointed out, from an exclusively IT perspective, we face a whole variety of issues related to, first of all, to the production environment, but also to the finance environment, to the purchasing environment, to the communication platforms, and so on. So even though we are not a large company, we have, in my opinion, at least a whole series of complexities that interact with practically the entire spectrum of a fairly complex business system, virtually the entire spectrum of a business system that is quite complex.
Here, in this mission, we have seen multiple parties involved. So the production side, of course, the sales side and purchasing. And from here, probably with the company's growth and the evolution of the times, keeping up with technology, innovation, and everything related to digitalization today. The meeting with Cloudia Research took place. What advantages have you found in meeting Cloudia, and what solutions and services have been proposed to you?
So the meeting was, I must say, random in the sense that they selected the management product, the management system that seemed most suitable for their needs, given the complexity and the fact that we had a strong need to have all the information under control. So there was a need for a management system capable of encompassing all business functions, which wasn't there before. So having a single repository of information and the ability to have somewhat uniform reports, AIX was selected. Also, thanks to the investigation carried out by our management team, indeed, Cloudia arrived after events where VEM felt uncomfortable. The partners were too structured with long, complex response times. She absolutely did not feel comfortable because the partners were too structured with response times that were too long, too complex, problems that dragged on for months. And so it was a situation where we found ourselves dominating, as our president says, a Ferrari, but not being able to drive it. With Cloudia, we managed to reach a good compromise where we found ourselves, first of all, a very young company which has always responded within, acceptable times. Clearly, for a customer, acceptable times would be 0, but that's obviously not humanly possible. But I have to say, in definitely adequate times, the responses were essentially very competent, and the executions as well, reasonable with few backtracks, few revisions, reasonable with few backtracks, few revisions. I have to say that our IT manager has become a great expert by now. My masked management, so He is directly managing the interaction with our partner.
But I would say that, considering also making a comparison with what happened in the past with other partners, we are essentially very satisfied with the current collaboration with Cloudia because, as Fabrizio said, we found on one hand the speed and the lack of excessive bureaucracy that a small company might have. And on the other hand, without a doubt, we have always realized that we had a structured partner behind us capable of responding to various issues in a consistently uniform manner.
Well, so the advantages, surely we can identify them in a greater attention from Cloudia towards you. And at this point, a totality at the project level that has somewhat embraced your expectations and needs.
We've never found any gaps. I mean, if there was a specific topic that required a particular expertise, Cloudia has always found the right person to solve the problem. On this, we are definitely satisfied. The right person to solve the problem. On this, we are definitely satisfied.
Well, I speak on behalf of the company, definitely. On my own behalf, as I follow you from a commercial perspective. We are obviously happy to have you as a client because embracing then what your needs are. We also had the opportunity to explore new solutions, to carry it forward with excellent results. Now I'm going to ask you the commercial question. Would you recommend Cloudia Research? There is other clients?
Definitely, yes, because of the experience we have with the product which has been selected. Definitely, today is a partner that has proven to be more reliable and more competent of others who are perhaps much more well known in the market.
Ettore, do you want to add something since we talk almost daily?
No. So, in my role, I've dealt with both the commercial side, here well represented by Cloudia, both with the entire team of functional experts, developers. I would say that quite rarely, in my opinion, we have found a uniformity of skills. Don't point out, let's say valleys, but a nice high plateau, not a plain, because the level is definitely high.
Good. So we can confirm the excellent relationships and future collaborations.
Absolutely. VEM is facing one of the many crossroads in its history, because periodically this company has had to deal with challenging moments over the past 50 years. Of the many crossroads in its history, because periodically this company has had to face challenging moments over the past 50 years. This is one of those challenging moments. We evaluated the possibility of updating the management product, and certainly our first. The first approach was to involve Cloudia in the evaluation of what could be an update of our products, in assessing what could be an update of our products.
Perfect. Thank you so much again for this chat, and we'll see each other soon.
Thank you.